Hi. Earlier today I was out in the countryside near where I live in the south of France, and I thought it was a really good opportunity to read a couple of poems for you. I wasn't able to do this commentary while I was there because I was on my own with my son, and I managed to negotiate just enough quiet for me to read the poems for you. So the first poem I'm going to read is called Human, and it's from my debut collection, An Array of Vapour. The poem was first published in part 2 of the Trespass collection by Green Ink Poetry and was written for the activist, writer, poet, land reformer Alistair McIntosh, whose work I found particularly inspiring for a number of years. He finds a deep balance between profound spirituality and profound practicality, between caring for nature and the countryside and the land and caring for people. And he was instrumental in the land reforms of the Isle of Egg, getting the land away from the lairds and back into the ownership of the inhabitants of the island, and he was instrumental in protecting certain precious natural sites from being desolated in the name of progress and road building on the Isle of Harris and Lewis. Or his work amongst the vulnerable and destitute in poor parts of Glasgow through the Galgale Trust. He's just a wonderfully inspiring person. So Alistair's personally inspiring, and he actually helped me finish the end of this poem. When I finished writing this poem, I sent it to him, and he was really gracious, found just hugely encouraging in his response, but he did say the ending wasn't quite right, so I fixed the ending, and here is me reading the poem Human.
Human, for Alistair McIntosh. You are not a building, made from moulded bricks to aesthetic and functional specifications. Your shape emerges from the colliding tectonics beneath the surface. The wind will texture your skin, exposing the sedimentary layers that are yours alone, betraying kinship with every texture of soil, shade of rock, and shape of shards of slate. No one uses a mountain but those who want to change its gradient, reduce its height, plunder the minerals of its dirt flesh. And no one uses a mountain. They relate to its height and gradient in ascetic ascension and wonder.
Alistair was also gracious enough to write an endorsement for this book, and I'm really humbled by what he wrote for the back of the book. The second poem I'm going to read for you is actually by Alistair McIntosh, and it's from his poetry collection Love and Revolution, which Alistair sent to me after I'd sent him the improved poem that I've just read for you. And he wrote this little note inside, which is really lovely. It says, "For Peter Lilly, poet, in ascetic ascension. Blessings, Alistair McIntosh." So thank you, Alistair, for that. His best-known books are probably Soil and Soul and Poacher's Pilgrimage. They're both prose books, but this is a wonderful collection of poetry published by the amazing Lewith Press in Edinburgh.
This is the poem Blessing by Alistair McIntosh from his collection Love and Revolution. Blessing. In the Februaries of your life, may you find warmth by blazing hearths of honest kindness, congregated choirs of sparkling logs that kindle one another to community. And may the sap of all you yearn be limpid, pressed with peaty nose and flowing poured to raise a glass that sparkles rainbows round your eyes.
Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed those poems, one by me, one by Alistair McIntosh. I'll put some links below of how you can pick up a copy of my debut collection, An Array of Vapour, available with TSL Publications. I'll also put some links to Alistair's work and where you can buy his book, Love and Revolution, also Soil and Soul and Poacher's Pilgrimage. And I'll put some links up to Green Ink Poetry, who first published my poem as well. So check out the links below, and I'll see you in another video soon. Okay, bye.